Cuisine Korea is the very place where you can see food from all around the globe. This week, we bring you one of the most diverse streets of Korea, Itaewon. 시골 밥상, a traditional Korean restaurant is situated in the streets of Itaewon. The restaurant displays the uniqueness of traditional country home. Over 20 dishes. One aspect would attract many customers. You can taste Korea in every one of the dishes. The second selection of Cuisine Korea is Mogul, a Pakistani restaurant, where you can taste the traditional tandoori Pakistani food. The seasoned foods are waiting for you.
A friend of mine told me it's a great place for shopping, and I really wanted to do some shopping.
It's a great place to have lunch because there's so many different international restaurants here.
Really got a very good deal with all the merchandise that I bought, and all the people here are very friendly, and they speak fluent English, and it was very nice experience for me.
Itaewon, the place where most tourists want to go back to. There's a saying that visitors who come to Seoul somehow find their way to Itaewon. The diversity in products that fill Itaewon is a basic tourist stop for those who visit Korea. We begin our adventure into the international street of Seoul.
Welcome to another scrumptious episode of Cuisine Korea. I'm Jamie Yee. Nearly 4,000 tourists come to Itaewon and spends about $100 million per year. Here, you can experience a different world inside Korea. And wondering what types of restaurants are out here? Why don't you follow me?
Itaewon has become a more convenient place to visit since a new subway line number 6 has opened on March 6, 2001. The main street extends 1.4 meters. Follow the shoes, bag, and the clothing store towards Hamnamdong. About 500 meters down, you'll see a traditional Korean food restaurant, 시골 밥상. Do you see several large buildings? Don't forget, the central point is Itaewon Station exit number 2. Pass the Jail building and walk about 5 minutes and you're there. Is it a restaurant or a museum? You can't help to reminisce the country with 시골 밥상. There are many old traditional items that fill this place. These items that look as if from a flea market carries the stories and the history of Korea. The interesting atmosphere that displays Korea's culture is one reason it continues to attract many people from around the globe. It's open 24 hours, so you can have a delicious homemade meal anytime. It was as if I was visiting my grandmother's home. You can see that I'm greeted by an unusual atmosphere.
Do you hear that music? I think we're at the right place. This is where we could get the taste of the traditional Korean dishes. I never knew such a place existed in Itaewon.
The old clayed walls decorated with pages from an old book is different. The pottery and the woodworks are all unique to this restaurant and can't get it anywhere else.
Wow, look at all these ancient items. I don't even know what half of these items are. Oh, wait, I see something. Do you know what this is? This is to punish your children with. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, it's used to batter and mix flour to make rice cake. And as you can see, there are different shapes and prints, very detailed oriented. And you use this to stamp the rice cake and it will have the exact same print on it. Interesting, right?
These antiques are all piled up because there just isn't any more room. It's quite unusual in appearance, but because it was used in the household long ago, it raises curiosity.
Hi.
네.
May I come in?
예, 어서 오십시오.
Wow. Ah, I believe he's the lucky owner of this impressive collection. How are you able to start collecting all these items?
아, 예. 제가 잊혀져가는 우리 문화가 너무 아쉬워서 20년 전부터 이렇게 좀 많이 모았습니다.
The owner of the restaurant traveled to various marts to collect them. Some customers has had the privilege of receiving them, but he says there's one thing that he cannot give away. The third best treasure is an old kite. You can see the Korean flag under the moonlight, which he cherishes. The second best item is an old camera. It's over 100 years old and it still takes great pictures since he's taken good care of it. The number one treasure is a manual record player. Isn't it amazing to hear the very first records being played? You probably can't see this anywhere else. As interesting as its antiques is the food itself at 시골 밥상. With over 20 side dishes, it is most loved food. Because you can taste a traditional family meal, it's popular among many foreigners.
Definitely, I recommend the special omelette. This or like special Korean pizza. This is very, very nice. Also, actually, I'm a big fan of the what's this one called again? The kimchi. I think I eat this every day since I arrived in Korea.
우선 가짓수가 많아서 눈이 즐겁고요. 조미료가 첨가되지 않은 것 같아요. 된장도 그렇고 맛이 참 담백해요. 맛이 다 좋고요. 그리고 분위기도 그 옛날 그 시골스러운 그런 풍이라서 요즘에 느낄 수 없는 그런 걸 느낄 수가 있어요. 그래서 편하게 먹고 갈 수 있습니다.
美味しいわね。すごく美味しいです。
음식이 맛있고요. 깨끗해요. 깨끗하고 집에서 만든 음식처럼 이렇게 편안하게 먹을 수 있어서 자주 와요.
안녕하세요. 저희 메뉴판이에요. 주문하세요.
와, 이게 뭐죠?
메뉴판.
메뉴판이요? 뭐 시킬 거예요?
시골 밥상.
시골 밥상이요?
계란찜도 맛있어요.
계란찜이요?
게장도 맛있고요.
She's saying everything is good. This is actually a menu. But do you know what this really, really is? It's a rice scooper turned into a creative menu. Let's see. There's a lot of options. What am I gonna have? I think I have to get a recommendation. Let me ask.
Are you curious to find out what I've selected from the 10 dishes? It's spicy chicken soup. What is the secret of the main chef who's been in the kitchen for 20 years?
여기는 닭이고요. 여기는 감자, 그리고 파란 고추, 빨간 고추, 그리고 당근, 양파, 여기는 대파. 그리고요, 여기는 이제 고춧가루 씨를 빼고 빵, 태양적 고추고요. 후추, 통깨, 설탕, 소금, 마늘, 그리고 소고기 다시다. 이렇게 하면은 되겠습니다. 그중에서 가장 중요한 거는요, 이 감자입니다. 이 감자와 닭이 잘 어울려져야 담백하고 고소한 맛있는 닭탕이 됩니다.
First, place the thinly sliced chicken in a large pot, then pour in the broth. Put the vegetables in according to which needs to be cooked first. It's wise to put the spicy pepper last. Season with salt and pepper, then for spice, put the powdered red pepper. It's best to put it enough for flavor. Then boil it until the chicken is well cooked. Now it's time to enjoy it. How will it taste? Too spicy, you think?
She was right. It's not spicy at all. Actually, the red pepper gives the chicken a little more flavor. But if you feel it's still too spicy, try the other vegetables in there or the potatoes.
We can't leave the traditional Korean meal, can we? I have investigated the 20-year know-how of the chef.
I've been awed twice today. First, by the numerous antiques, and second, this table presented in front of me. There are over 30 different side dishes. Can you tell me why there's so many side dishes with this meal?
네, 이거는요, 우리 한국 전통 한정식이기 때문에 가짓수가 이렇게 많습니다. 가짓수가 많은 이유는 영양분을 고루고루 섭취하고 몸의 영양분의 균형을 잡기 위해서 이거 고루고루 하나씩 다 드시면 성인병도 예방하고 피부 미용에도 좋습니다.
Ah, okay. I'm gonna try it, but there's so much I don't know where to begin.
The lightly fried vegetables and the side dishes marinated in different sauces all had a taste of its own. The meal set before me is for two, but more than trying to devour all of it, traditional Korean meal is to taste each and every dish. I think 시골 밥상 is symbolic of the warm hearts of the country people.
The pleasures of eating and sightseeing at Itaewon. We're able to get a little taste of traditional Korea in a very unique setting. If you ever stop by Itaewon, this is one place you just cannot overlook. It's a guarantee. But I'm wondering if Jennifer is having as much luck as we did with her international food in Korea. But for now, I'll see you next time.
One of the cultures you can see in Itaewon is the Islam Mosque. The gray dome building stops the feet of many that pass by.
And we're here at the entrance of the Islamic Mosque. Now they say that there are 5 services held each day here, and as you see, the building is quite interesting. So let's quietly make our way inside. Come on and follow me.
This is the service room. It's as if you're really in a mosque. There are 5 services a day. When I visited, they were praying. I didn't want to interrupt this holy moment, so I had to wait quite a while before I could exchange words with them.
Excuse me.
Yes.
I'm sorry to bother you. Wow, you look like an Islamic missionary.
Yes,
Are you?
yes, I am Islamic missionary.
Now, this place, it feels very sacred, and I actually quietly walked in. Are only Muslims allowed in here?
We allowed to only Muslim to come and pray together, because non-Muslim, even though they come to this mosque, no have any reason. You know?
That's right.
Because they are non-Muslim.
Is there a restaurant that you can recommend to us where we can try Pakistan food?
Yes, about this area, this Itaewon area, have many Muslim restaurants.
Yes.
Some of them, such as Bogor restaurant, Asuka restaurant at Hamilton, third building, third floor, and another restaurant, for example, Turkey restaurant, and so on.
Mughal restaurant is good.
I think Mughal restaurant is the good for a
Mughal
Muslim
restaurant.
food. Yes.
Now it's time to find the World Food Shop. Walk toward the main street of Itaewon from Hannam-dong to get to Mogul. From the Itaewon subway station, exit 1, turn right into a narrow alley next to the Hamilton Hotel, and Mogul will be right there. Shall we confirm the location with the map? It is important to note that it is right in front of the station and a block into the main street. You can taste the traditional Pakistani food right here in Itaewon at Mogul. The name is derived from a king of the Mughal dynasty. The garden through the glass window invites peace and nature right to your seat. The only Pakistani restaurant in Korea has another surprise. From waiters to the chef are all from Pakistan. The beautiful harmony of Mogul. The exotic taste is revealed.
Wow, so what do you think? Now this is the very Pakistan restaurant. Now from the outside it may look like an ordinary restaurant. However, once you step inside, you'll feel as if you were in a restaurant in a foreign country. Your clothes, it's very unique. Is it a Pakistan wear, traditional wear?
Yeah, this is our national and traditional wear both.
Okay. Can you tell us a little bit about the top and the bottom you're wearing?
We call this kameez, and bottom is called shalwar.
Oh, wow, that's interesting. Once again?
This top is called kameez.
Kameez.
And bottom is shalwar.
Shalwar.
So I am a little busy. I want to explain you about our dress a little more, but I have to go to market to buy some fresh vegetables. That's why I'm sorry I don't have much time.
Okay, but I'd like to ask you this question. Do you get fresh vegetables every day then?
Yeah, usually I go to buy every day.
Wow, that's amazing. Can we come with you?
Of course, why not?
Okay.
If you want to.
Let's go.
Right.
Avoiding the busy hours, he goes to select all the perfect spices, and I, wanting to see more spices, followed him. All the necessary spices can be bought at particular stores and can only be found there.
Wow. You know, it smells very nice in here. As if we're burning incense. It smells like spices. Oh, it's just delicious. The smell, it's
Yeah, overall,
beautiful.
most of the spices have very good smell. And this is cinnamon.
Oh, cinnamon.
Yeah,
You see
in
that?
Korean it's called kepi.
That's right. What's
Yeah.
it? Kepi, that's
Kepi,
right.
that's right.
Cinnamon.
We use this in our rice and in our curries, also for taste and smell. Overall, spices have different taste and different smells.
That's right.
So, this is dry coriander. This is
coriander.
this is we use this after grinding it. It's powder. We use it in our curries and in our barbecue. For our barbecue paste, we mix it.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, right.
So, in total, about how many different types of ingredients or spices go in the curry? Do you know?
It's lot of. But
Too many?
Too many, and there I can see them, but I don't know their English names, so I can't tell you its names in
There's
English.
so many that
so
you can't
many,
remember
yeah.
the names. Oh, wow.
Their menu has been approved by their foreign customers because it is authentic. And now it's time for me to try.
The reason why this place is called Mughal is because the food here is the palace food for the Mughal royalty. Well, then now that we know a little bit about the meaning of Mughal, let's take a look into the menu. All right, as I open up the menu, wow, I see a long list of dishes to choose from. There's a shami kebab, there's a tandoori. Yes, well, there's a long list, and they're too difficult to pronounce. So let's find out more about Pakistan and their food.
Pakistan signifies a pure nation. The Islamic people of Pakistan do not eat pork. Tandoori food, the tender chicken and lamb with Indian spices, is loved by many. The many spices bring out the flavor of every dish. The continuous inflow of customers at dinner leaves the chef busy. Among the many Western customers, the Korean customers seem foreign. Now, more and more Korean customers visit to taste its spicy and savory foods. Curry fried rice, spicy sauce, and lamb are very diverse. What can I select to enjoy all of Pakistan? I've asked some Mogul customers.
Probably about 15 years ago, I started to. I first tried Indian or Pakistan food, and it was very good. And it took me a while to get to enjoy it, but I enjoy it a lot now because the taste, the spices are different than what I was normally used to eating. So it just took some time for me to become comfortable with the taste and to enjoy the taste.
About 17 years ago, and I hadn't experienced anything like it, and I really enjoyed it. I discovered I really liked the curries, and I found the tandoor oven roasted chickens and breads to be very delicious. And so whenever I have an opportunity, wherever I am, I I take an opportunity to try these dishes. So I'm eating shrimp masala myself, and it's delicious. It's really tasty, so I highly recommend it.
이게 양고기 요리인데요. 이게 보통 이제 양고기에 그 노래 냄새가 많이 난다고 그러는데 소스가 많이 들어가서 냄새도 없고 참 맛있어요.
That would mean shish kebab. It's very nice, fantastic.
Well, I have finally come to a decision. It's chicken, beef, and shrimp baked in the tandoori oven. The very popular chef of Pakistan will prepare the food today. Aha, so I take a step into the kitchen and I see something very interesting over here. Wow, what is this? It looks like
This is my tandoor.
Ah, tandoor.
Yeah, this Pakistan and the tandoor.
Ah, so it's it's very hot.
It's hot.
Is
Inside
it?
and the gas. Gas.
So it's an oven?
Yes, it means oven.
In order to make the tandoori platter, all these ingredients are used?
Ingredient and all the grind and then they make the like this inside the pudding and then they marinate. Then they make the tandoori plated.
Okay, so this is actually what all of these together has made. Take a look at that.
All together in the spices.
How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10?
Yeah, 10.
Add the spices to the ground beef and begin to cook. But it needs to be placed onto the metal rod. Put it right into the oven and cook for about 20 minutes. The grease is extracted when the foods are made in the tandoori oven.
It's maybe 1 minute.
1 minute?
Yeah, 1 minute.
Oh, so you make it really, really hot. After placing the onions on the hot plate, place the different kinds of meat on top of it. Then you can keep your food hot and sizzling for a longer period of time. Aha, that's how it sizzles. You can't forget naan in Pakistani food. Knead the dough and place them on the wall of the oven. Did you see that? Right on the wall. Oh.
Maybe 2 minutes and 1 minute.
2 to 1 minutes. Oh, look at that. The naan is the main dish for the people of Pakistan. That's right. You should always try it with wheat curry because it adds that special taste to it, and it tastes best with the wheat curry.
Yes.
Wow, it's finally the entrance of our tandoori platter. Mouth-watering, isn't it? Slice the meat to a bite size, then add yogurt and spicy salsa sauce, all wrapped in naan. How will it taste? It's good.
Thank you.
Actually, the juicy shrimp plus the very, very good marinated sauce
plus the flavor of this sauce over here. This was the red chili, garlic
and vinegar.
vinegar. Ah, that's why the vinegar, the touches of vinegar tastes super. I have a question. How do you say tastes good in your language?
Mazedar. Mazedar.
Mazedar.
Yes.
Okay, everyone, did you hear that? Tasty means mazedar.
Itaewon has been designated as a tourist region, and there will be plenty of changes happening here in Itaewon. There will be more buildings as well as a homepage written in Japanese, Chinese, and English, providing us all with information on shopping, lodging, transportation, as well as cultural events. And that means that this place will become a much better place for tourists. That's all we have for you on today's Cuisine Korea. We'll see you next time with even more tastier talks.